Home modifications for seniors. Silver Tsunami. The U.S. can't handle the upcoming epidemic of seniors. Willow Glen House of the Week, list price reductions in Santa Clara County, and this week's highs and lows. Let's get moving. Home modifications for seniors, creating accessible and safe environment. This is from Realty Times. It's all based on slowing down. Now, I'm 55, I'm getting a little bit older, so part of my exercise routine is fitness and flexibility in my 50s. And I can tell you that since we opened back up in the past 3 years or so, my joints have gotten a lot better. But I'm always being more careful because the older you get, the more brittle you get. You have to take it slower because at the end of the day, your body just can't handle what you could when you were 20 and 25. That being said, you have to think a little bit more about what you can handle if you're older or what your parents need if you're dealing with elder parents. And that's a very common thing today. And a lot of parents want to stay in their house until they pass on. Absolutely fair. That's part of what the Silver Tsunami is all about, which we'll get into in a minute. Alterations, not altercations. Focus on things that could trip up the senior. Their steps are shorter, tend to shuffle a little bit more because the pathways are slower. They're slowing down. Plus, their balance isn't as good as they were. So think safety. When you go into a house or any kind of doorways, if there's a threshold or a bump, you want to make sure that's covered by some sort of a ramp, a mini ramp of some sort. And yeah, you can do stairways if you have a few steps up, if you have a brownstone or a tri-level or something where you have to step up to the entryway. Absolutely. Bathroom safety, you can change out the bathtub and put a low-hanging bathtub with a door in it so you can shuffle in. It's a lot safer. It's a lot more conducive. I see that more often these days. The change out is pretty expensive, but it's worth it because you don't want seniors hurting themselves. I remember one time I came into an emergency room. I can't remember where it was or why I was there. Probably something stupid, I'm sure. But a senior citizen lost his balance, whatever, but blacked out, slipped, and he fell on the soap dish tray and it cut a big hole right here. Not only broke his ribs, but they had to re-sew his side. It was pretty gross, pretty nasty. Just the little things you have to think about, right? Get rid of sharp corners, that kind of stuff. I tell you, the bidet is a godsend, even for me. It's when you think about it. It's gross, but it is what it is. Kitchen accessibility. You want to have everything down low and not so that they have to bend over super, super deep. So think about taking things from the highest point of the cabinets and your cupboards down below and bring them back up, stuff that they use all the time. You can lower countertops, pull out shelves and lazy Susans, appliances with front-mounted controls for easier operation. So if you have a stove where you have that little mini wall in the back where all the controls are, looks like a renter to me when I look at those homes, just to put it that way. And make sure your lighting is a little bit higher. I tend to like my rooms darker. Even when I'm in this room, you can see that I have lighting on, but I like it dark because I just like the contrast when I'm working on my computers. Flooring and lighting. I have night lights all over, mostly because I don't want my children to leave the hallway lights on all the time, but morning there's lights on all over the house. But I have night lights all over the hallways, even in my bathroom so that I know where everything is. Number one, so I don't kick the dog, but also so I don't wake up my wife and everybody else. And it's just common courtesy to me. Bedroom comfort and safety. You can use an adjustable bed lower. I have a very high bed, but my bed set is very high. So I actually have to jump into my bed. If they're really slow, think about putting in a commode or a urinal to help them so they don't have to trek all the way to the bathroom and back. That's a nice thing. I always have a phone or a button or a two-way, like the kids thing, if you're staying with them, so they can call for help if they need help. And always have light accessible at a touch so that they can just go over and reach over and touch it without having to fiddle around with. And lastly, there are new technologies that are out there to help the seniors with care facilities, with stay at home. They have caregivers that have access to 24-hour service just in case something happens. It's there for them. So think about how you can make their life easier. Or if you're a senior, think about how you can make your life easier for the last few years that you have to enjoy. I'd be sad if you hurt yourself on something that could have been prevented. The U.S. can't handle a silver tsunami of millions of baby boomers needing housing in their retirement years. It's true. I heard something where there was, at this point, right now, there's like 1.2 million beds needed for seniors. And I'm not talking about intensive care units, the memory care units. I'm talking about just places for seniors to go and live there if they want to move out of their house, if they can't maintain their house. So this number is actually higher than what I was saying. This was in 2021. Now, seniors decide that they want to move out and into a care facility, whether it's active adult or memory care or something in between. They want to be able to feel safe and know that they can have a place that they can feel safe, be social, do physical activities, whether it's walking in the park, walking around the grounds, or doing exercises, or going to the mall, right? Having stuff that's nearby makes them social, right? Yeah, there's shelters that are available for homeless seniors, but those are really going to get translated into larger community senior services because their assistance sometimes need to be dealt with. So I guess the government's going to come in and start helping out with all that. All right, Willow Glen House of the Week. This is Cherry Ave. It's beautiful. It is 19 days on market. And again, the reason why I chose this one, well, it's brand new and it's really close to downtown. You can walk there, have some fun, walk back, have some good memories there. It's a great looking house. This is a 6-bedroom, 5-bath, 3,700 square feet on a very small lot built in 2024. So this is a tear down. They bought it for a couple $1 million, threw $1 million into it, and now they're selling it. And this is a standard thing that they do in, I know the contractors that do this, and if it's something you want to look into, we can absolutely do this. This is all brand spanking new, fully staged. It's a great investment for them. Beautiful house. Again, downtown Willow Glen, how can you beat that? This is a list price decrease. There were 76 total list price decreases in Santa Clara County. I think I picked this one on Blossom Hill because it's Blossom Hill. This is a standard 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. It's built in 1968. It's 55 years old, and they're asking for a premium on it. The original list price was $1.5 million on a major thoroughfare. It's not even a filter street. Might be a nice looking house, might be well done inside. Look, you could at least, this is a photo of a printout. So yeah, looks like everything is pretty standard. Yeah, they painted the cabinets. They didn't even put the new counters on top. And they're asking for a premium. This house is worth $1.1 million right now. It's been on market 26 days. Now, remember, I always say, don't be a market maker, attract the market. Attract the buyers that are looking for a certain price point in a certain area, and you'll sell your house quickly. This is the wrong way to go. This one's going to be on market for a very long time unless they take a lowball offer. So I don't know what the seller's thinking. I don't know what the listing agent's thinking, but this one should never have been listed at 1.5, and it certainly shouldn't be at 1.38. It should be at least 1.1. And I think he's cheaping out on a lot of stuff. So that's just me. Highs and lows. Let's take a really quick look. We had 137 closes so far in the last 7 days, which is down by 1 from last week. $8 million is the highest. 755 or close to 800,000 is the lowest. Highest list price to sales price ratio is 155 over list price. It started off at $550,000. The lowest list price to sales price is 80%, and then the highest days on market is 180. We're averaging for the higher end homes is about 6 months, 6.5 months. And again, lowest, that seems to be the consistent lowest days on market. Highest for sale right now is 17,950. This one was the hotel that they're trying to pass off as a single family home. And the lowest list price is now 550. This one sold. Actives, we have 7. Remember, we need about 1,900 to 2,000 to make it a good balanced market, not even a buyer's market, but a balanced market. Supply is driving sales right now. And price reductions, this is the highest sold price in Santa Clara County, and it's in Los Altos Hills. It sold for $8 million, 5-bedroom, 4.5 baths, 4,500 square feet, 1.2 acres, sold in 6 days. That's gorgeous too. Nice view, amazing view, great photography right there. You have a dining room that looks into a mountain or into a hill. That's your view there. I don't know. I'd probably dig it out and put a water feature or something, or I don't know. For $8 million, you think you'd buy something, make something out of that. The lowest sold price is this shack right here in downtown San Jose. So that's San Jose State, that's Santa Clara Street, that's Market. So it's right there. This creek right here, that's where Coyote Creek, that's where all the homeless hangs out. So there you go. So again, this one sold for 155 over list price, but it was also the lowest sold price and the lowest list price for a while. It was quick, closed in 7 days, 6 days. That's pretty cool. Okay, this is lowest list price to sales price ratio, 2.8 to 2.4. That's 79% of original list price. And you're basically buying a farm. I don't even see the road. It's nice. Where's that? Oh, it's in Gilroy. This is a beautiful house. I don't know why they would have started with that big hunk of land. Figure. Yeah, it's a little dated looking. So that's why it sold for less. It took 118 days. Don't be a market maker. Attract the market, right? Okay, this is highest days on market. 181 days on market, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,400 square feet, built in 1959. And it's right here, 95123. What? So that's actually Almaden area. But they were stubborn and they held out for somebody. Can you wait? Yeah. But how many months? 6 months you waited for this house to sell, to get in a contract, on top of another 30 days to 28 days to close. That's really 7 months from the time you started to get the price you wanted, right? You got the price you wanted. And how many months did you have to pay extra for that? It would have been smarter to run that thing up or list it low and sell it quicker. So just my thoughts. Plus, you don't want to deal with me for 6 months. This is 0 days on market. Can't really even see it. They didn't even tell you what the original list price was going to be because they sold it off market. I have a problem with houses that sell off market. They're not breaking records. So there you go. All right. Today we talked about modifications you can do for your senior, or if you're a senior.